Welcome to a new episode of our AI podcast. Today on this episode, you know what really frustrates me? I had a patient last month, George, 67 years old, comes into my office with a shopping bag, and I mean a shopping bag full of supplement bottles.
How many bottles are we talking about?
17 different supplements. He's spending over $300 a month. And you know what he tells me? Doc, I'm still losing muscle. My grip is weaker. I can barely open a jar anymore.
$300 a month, and he's getting weaker?
Exactly. And here's the thing that kills me, Hiroshi. 15 of those 17 bottles, complete waste of money. Marketing hype. Snake oil with fancy labels.
In Japan, we have a saying, the nail that sticks out gets hammered down. But with supplements, it's the opposite. The bottle that shouts loudest gets bought.
That's good. I'm stealing that. But seriously, today we're going to cut through all the noise because there are vitamins that matter for muscle health after 60.
Not 17.
Not 17. Actually, there's really 3 that do the heavy lifting, and one of them does more for your muscles than all the others combined.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Oh, do you now? Well, we'll see if you're right. But first, let me tell you what happened with George, because his story, it's probably your story too.
Many people are like George.
They are. And they're wasting money and time. Worse, they're losing muscle they can't afford to lose. Because here's the reality. After 60, you lose about 3% of your muscle mass every year if you do nothing.
And with muscle loss comes fall risk, fractures, loss of independence.
Which is why this conversation matters so much. We're not talking about vanity muscles or bodybuilding. We're talking about staying independent, staying strong, staying you.
This is about living well, not just living longer.
Okay, so back to George. I asked him, who told you to take all these? And he says, well, the guy at the supplement store said this one's for energy, this one's for testosterone, this one's for recovery.
The person selling you the shovel tells you where to dig.
Exactly. Look, I'm not anti-supplement. But the supplement industry is a $50 billion business with very little regulation. They can put almost anything on a label.
In Japan, we are more conservative with supplements. We focus on food first. But even we recognize some vitamins become difficult to get from food alone as we age.
And that's the key distinction, Hiroshi. After 60, your body changes. Your stomach acid decreases so you don't absorb B12 as well. Your skin doesn't make vitamin D as efficiently. Your kidneys don't activate vitamin D the same way.
And muscle protein synthesis becomes less efficient. Your muscles become more resistant to the signal to grow.
Yes! This is called anabolic resistance, and it's why protein timing matters more after 60. But we'll get to that. First, let me tell you what I told George.
What did you tell him?
I said, George, I want you to stop taking 15 of these bottles. Keep 2, and add 1 more that you're not taking. He looked at me like I was crazy.
You are a little crazy, Michael.
Fair, but crazy like a fox. Because 3 months later, George comes back. His grip strength is up 20%. He's opening jars. He's carrying his grandkids. And he's saving $250 a month.
20% improvement in 3 months. That's significant.
It is. And here's the thing. This isn't just one patient. There's a study from Tufts University published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society. They looked at vitamin D supplementation in adults over 65.
Vitamin D, that's the one you were hinting at.
Got it in one. The subjects who brought their vitamin D levels from deficient to optimal saw a 25% reduction in fall risk and measurable improvements in muscle strength. 25%.
That's remarkable. And vitamin D receptors are found in muscle tissue, correct?
Yes, this is what people don't understand. Vitamin D isn't just about bones. Your muscle cells have vitamin D receptors. When vitamin D binds to those receptors, it triggers protein synthesis.
It's like a key fitting into a lock. The vitamin D is the key, the receptor is the lock, and when they connect, the door to muscle growth opens.
Beautiful analogy, Hiroshi. And here's the problem. By some estimates, 40% of adults over 60 are vitamin D deficient. 40%!
In Japan, the rates are even higher. We don't fortify foods as much as in America, and many older adults stay indoors.
Same in the US, especially in northern states. If you live above the 37th parallel, your skin can't make vitamin D from sunlight for about half the year. The sun's angle is too low.
Your muscles need energy to contract, to repair, to grow. That energy comes from mitochondria, the power plants inside your cells. And B vitamins, especially B6, B12 and folate, are essential for mitochondrial function.
Right. Without adequate B vitamins, your mitochondria can't efficiently convert food into ATP, which is the energy currency your muscles use.
And after 60, B12 absorption becomes a particular problem. The stomach produces less intrinsic factor, which is needed to absorb B12 from food.
This is huge. I see B12 deficiency all the time in my older patients. And the symptoms? Fatigue, weakness, poor balance, cognitive fog. Sound familiar?
Many people think these are just normal aging.
They do, and it's not. It's correctable. There's a study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. They gave B12 supplements to older adults with low levels. Muscle strength improved, endurance improved, even walking speed improved.
Walking speed is actually a powerful predictor of longevity. If improving B12 levels makes someone walk faster, that's not trivial.
Not trivial at all. And here's the thing about B12. You can't really overdose on it. It's water soluble. Your body uses what it needs and excretes the rest.
So supplementation is safe, even at higher doses?
Yes. I typically recommend a B complex that includes B6, B12, and folate. Usually 100 to 500 micrograms of B12 daily is sufficient. Some people, especially those on metformin or acid-reducing medications, may need more.
In Japan, we also see B12 deficiency in those who eat mostly plant-based diets. B12 is found primarily in animal products.
Good point. If you're vegetarian or vegan, B12 supplementation isn't optional, it's essential. Okay, so we've covered vitamin D and B vitamins. What's number 3?
Magnesium.
Beat me to it. Talk to me about magnesium and muscles.
Magnesium is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body. For muscle specifically, it's critical for protein synthesis, muscle contraction, and recovery.
And here's something most people don't know. Magnesium and calcium work together. Calcium makes muscles contract. Magnesium helps them relax. If you're low in magnesium, your muscles can cramp and stay tense.
This is why leg cramps at night are so common in older adults. Often, it's a magnesium deficiency.
Yes! And there's research showing that magnesium supplementation improves muscle recovery after exercise, especially in older adults.
The challenge with magnesium is absorption. Not all forms are absorbed equally well.
Right. Magnesium oxide, which is the cheapest form, has poor absorption and often causes digestive upset. I recommend magnesium glycinate or magnesium threonate.
What's the typical dose?
Most people do well with 300 to 400 milligrams daily. Some need more if they're very active or have ongoing deficiency. But start lower and work up to avoid digestive issues.
And take it in the evening, as it can have a calming effect.
Good tip. Okay, so to recap our big three: vitamin D for protein synthesis and muscle receptors, B vitamins for energy production and mitochondrial function, and magnesium for muscle contraction, relaxation, and recovery.
3 vitamins, not 17.
Not 17. And honestly, these 3 will do more for your muscle health than all those fancy amino acid blends and testosterone boosters combined.
Speaking of testosterone boosters, I assume you have thoughts on those.
Oh, do I ever. Let's talk about what you don't need to waste your money on.
I sense some frustration here.
You're darn right. The supplement industry preys on men especially, selling them these testosterone booster supplements that promise to turn back the clock.
But they don't work.
They don't work! Look, testosterone does decline with age, about 1% per year after 30. But these over-the-counter boosters? Hashtag. They contain things like tribulus terrestris, fenugreek, D-aspartic acid.
And the research doesn't support them?
No. There have been multiple studies. They either do nothing or they raise testosterone by such a tiny, insignificant amount that it has zero impact on muscle mass or strength.
But the marketing is very persuasive.
Of course it is! They show you a shirtless guy with six-pack abs. They use words like clinically proven, based on one tiny study funded by the company itself. It's misleading at best, fraudulent at worst.
So if someone truly has low testosterone and it's affecting their muscle mass, what do you recommend?
Talk to your doctor. Get your levels tested. If you're truly low, there's prescription testosterone replacement therapy. But that comes with risks and needs monitoring. It's not a supplement, it's a medical treatment.
Not something to do on your own.
Absolutely not. Okay, what else can we skip? BCAAs, branched chain amino acids. Huge in the bodybuilding world, marketed heavily to older adults now.
But amino acids are the building blocks of protein. Why wouldn't they help?
They are building blocks, yes. But here's the thing. If you're eating adequate protein, you're already getting BCAAs. Whey protein, meat, eggs, they all contain leucine, isoleucine, and valine in abundance.
So BCAAs are redundant if your diet is good.
Exactly. And there's research showing that taking isolated BCAAs might actually interfere with the absorption of other amino acids. You're better off with a complete protein source.
Like a scoop of whey protein or a serving of fish.
Yes, save your money. Skip the BCAAs. What else? Oh, those nitric oxide boosters with L-arginine or beetroot extract. They claim to increase blood flow to muscles.
Do they work?
Maybe a tiny bit, in very specific circumstances for elite athletes. For the average 60-year-old trying to maintain muscle, no meaningful benefit. Save your money.
You're very focused on saving money today.
Because people are wasting it. Look, I get it. When you're losing strength and you see a supplement promising to fix it, you want to believe. But the truth is simpler and cheaper.
The truth usually is.
Okay, now let's talk about timing. Because when you take these vitamins can matter as much as which vitamins you take.
This is an area where circadian biology comes in.
Yes. Your body doesn't work the same at 8 a.m. as it does at 8 p.m. Hormone levels fluctuate. Even your gut bacteria.
In Japan, we pay attention to this. We have a concept called G-type, which roughly means body time. What you do and when you do it should align with your body's natural rhythms.
I love that. Okay, so vitamin D. When should you take it?
Morning with breakfast. Vitamin D is fat soluble, so taking it with a meal that contains some fat improves absorption.
Exactly. Eggs and avocado? Perfect. Toast with peanut butter? Great. And morning makes sense because vitamin D may have a mild activating effect. Taking it too late could interfere with sleep for some people.
Though I should note, some people tolerate it fine in the evening. It's individual.
Fair point. Now, B vitamins. I usually say morning as well because they're involved in energy production. Taking them at night might make you feel too alert.
Yes, B vitamins in the morning with breakfast.
And magnesium, we mentioned this earlier, evening is ideal. It has a calming, muscle-relaxing effect. Many people find it helps them sleep better.
I take my magnesium an hour before bed and I sleep like a baby.
Me too! Okay, now here's something crucial that people get wrong. They take their vitamins, but they don't coordinate them with protein intake. And protein timing matters enormously after 60.
Explain this connection.
Your muscles need a signal to grow. That signal comes from amino acids, especially leucine, hitting your bloodstream. But vitamins like D and B12 are part of the machinery that turns that signal into actual muscle protein.
So the vitamins enable the protein to do its job.
Exactly. If you're taking your vitamins but skimping on protein, you're missing half the equation. After 60, you need about 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily.
For most people, that's 80 to 110 grams of protein per day.
Yes. And here's the key. Spread it out. Don't eat 10 grams at breakfast, 20 at lunch, and 70 at dinner. Your muscles can only use so much protein at once.
In Japan, our traditional meals are more balanced throughout the day. We don't have this heavy dinner culture.
And that's probably beneficial. I tell my patients, aim for 25 to 40 grams of protein at each meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And perhaps a small protein-rich snack between meals.
Yes, Greek yogurt, a handful of nuts, a hard-boiled egg. These all count. The goal is to give your muscles multiple opportunities throughout the day to synthesize new protein.
And the vitamins we discussed, vitamin D, B vitamins, magnesium, they support this process at the cellular level.
They do! This is the synergy people miss. It's not vitamins or protein, it's vitamins and protein and resistance exercise. These three pillars work together.
Which brings us to an important cultural difference between Japan and the United States.
Okay, I'm listening. What's the difference?
In America, there's a tendency to look for the magic pill, the one thing that will fix everything. In Japan, we see health as a practice, not a purchase.
That's a powerful distinction. And honestly, you're right. Americans spend billions on supplements, but won't spend 30 minutes lifting weights or preparing a healthy meal.
I'm not criticizing, it's just a different mindset. In Japan, we have a tradition called kaizen, which means continuous small improvements.
I've heard of this in the business context. How does it apply to health?
Instead of looking for one dramatic change, we focus on many small sustainable habits. A daily walk, eating fish twice a week, taking stairs instead of elevator. Over time, these accumulate.
The compound effect. I love it. And you know what? That applies to supplements too. Taking vitamin D consistently for 3 months will do more than taking a megadose once and forgetting about it.
Consistency beats intensity.
That's going on a t-shirt. Okay, let me tell you about my uncle in Okinawa. He's 80 years old, still works in his garden every day, carries 20 kilogram bags of soil.
That's my uncle, Michael.
Right, right. Your uncle, tell us about him.
Uncle Kenji. He eats very simply. Fish, rice, vegetables, miso soup. He takes no supplements except vitamin D in winter because Okinawa is sunny, but he's indoors more now.
And he's maintained his strength?
He has. But here's what's interesting. He does resistance exercise without calling it that. Carrying soil, digging, pulling weeds. These are all forms of strength training.
Yes, this is what I try to tell people. You don't need a gym membership. You need to challenge your muscles regularly. Groceries, gardening, playing with grandkids, all of it counts.
And he walks everywhere. To the market, to see friends, to the community center. Movement is woven into his daily life.
You know what's interesting? Your uncle probably gets more protein than the average American his age, even without supplements or protein shakes.
Fish is very high in protein, and he eats it twice daily. Plus tofu, plus eggs. It adds up naturally.
So the lesson here is, vitamins are important, especially the big three we discussed. But they're part of a larger picture. Food, movement, consistency.
The vitamins support the foundation. They are not the foundation itself.
Exactly. And this is what I wish more doctors would tell their patients. Not take this supplement and you'll be fine, but take this supplement as part of a comprehensive approach.
In traditional Japanese medicine, we have a concept, mi-kusuri, which means food is medicine. The first treatment is always diet.
Hippocrates said the same thing 2,400 years ago. Let food be thy medicine. We've forgotten that in modern healthcare.
Text_6.
True. Okay, so let's bring this all together. If you're watching this and you're over 60 and concerned about muscle loss, here's your action plan.
I'm ready to take notes.
Step 1. Get your vitamin D level checked. If it's low, supplement with 2,000 to 4,000 IU daily, taken with breakfast. Recheck in 3 months.
Step 2. Consider a B-complex supplement, especially if you're over 65, on medications that interfere with B12, or eating a plant-based diet.
Step 3. Add magnesium glycinate, 300 to 400 milligrams in the evening. Start with 200 if you're sensitive and work up.
Step 4. Prioritize protein. Aim for 25 to 40 grams at each meal. Eggs, fish, chicken, Greek yogurt, tofu. Spread it throughout the day.
Step 5, and this is non-negotiable. Resistance exercise. 2 to 3 times per week. It doesn't have to be a gym. Body weight exercises, resistance bands, carrying groceries, all count.
And step 6, be consistent. Small daily habits compound over months and years.
Yes, this isn't a quick fix, but in 3 to 6 months, you will notice a difference. Stronger grip, easier stairs, more energy, better balance.
And those changes translate to independence, confidence, quality of life.
You know, Hiroshi, I think back to George, my patient with the 17 bottles. He's not unique. Millions of people are in the same boat.
Hoping for a miracle from a bottle.
And I get it. Getting older is hard. You feel your body changing, weakening. You want to fight back. But the fight isn't won with 17 supplements.
It's one with 3 vitamins, good food, regular movement, and patience.
Perfectly said. Before we wrap up, I want to address one more thing, creatine. We didn't talk about it, but I know some people are wondering.
Creatine is interesting. It's one of the most researched supplements.
It is. And there's good evidence that creatine can help with muscle strength and power, even in older adults. But it's not a vitamin, it's an amino acid derivative.
Should people over 60 consider it?
Maybe. If you're doing resistance training and want an extra boost, 3 to 5 grams daily might help. But talk to your doctor first, especially if you have kidney issues.
And it's not essential, like vitamin D or B12. It's optional.
Exactly. Focus on the big 3 first. If you've got those dialed in, your protein is good, you're lifting weights, and you want to experiment with creatine, go for it. But it's the cherry on top, not the foundation.
Well said. I think we've covered a lot today.
We have. And honestly, if people walk away remembering just one thing, I hope it's this. You don't need 17 bottles. You need 3 vitamins, real food, and consistent movement.
Simple, but not easy.
That's life, isn't it? Okay, folks, we want to hear from you. Are you taking supplements for muscle health? Which ones? Have you noticed a difference?
Leave a comment below. We read them all, and your experiences help others in our community.
And if you found this helpful, share it with someone who might need to hear it. A friend, a parent, a partner. Muscle health matters at every age.
Until next time, take care of yourselves.
And each other. See you next week.